Moose here with some more Starbound. Here is Nuru at the Ark. You have a quest for me. Gladiator Arena Tournament. You're gonna send me and I get Warrior Trophy. I'm okay, I don't really want to do that right now. It's not main story, so I don't care at the moment. Cool. Helotls next. Okay, these guys are not dicks. They're like, nice. The whole point of them is they're very friendly. Let's use this thing. What do we get? Manipulator module. Cool, we have 10. Should we do anything with that? Kinda don't care about most of these. Like, I don't care about liquid too much. I mean, let's get it, just because it's cheap, and then we'll get the other one too. Okay, so we've gotten one upgrade on everything, that's fine. Helotl artifacts. So, okay, shit, that's not... I should have looked... Where are they? Temperate stars, ocean planets. Okay. So we're going to want to go to a different star system right away. By the way, don't you think it's a little bit odd that Florin are in gentle star systems? They're not gentle. They're like the least gentle race. Temperate star, okay. So I guess maybe that's more of a... It's like their way of saying this is the difficulty level of this planet. Very snowy. Dry grassland. That's definitely not what we want. Dry grassland. Oceans, okay. Deep oceans and small islands. Okay, so this is going to take a lot of fuel. We're not going to have enough to come back, but we don't really want to come back, so... Who cares, right? Okay, did we get anything of consequence that I can, like, smelt? No. Okay. What about crafting? We need to do upgrades. Need titanium for that. Yeah. Don't really care about that just yet. I'm probably gonna have to look up online how to upgrade the ship, because that's definitely something I want to do. Outposts are cool, but the thing is I don't travel with you. I kind of want to be able to travel with me. That would be something that I would enjoy having. Put the Pokeball away for now. And we can throw away books after we read them, so that I'll have to do that probably off camera to kind of consolidate my inventory a bit, but we're fine. I don't know what this is for, crafting. Okay, so we get special crafting stuff from killing the bosses. That's kind of cool. A little bit Monster Hunter-y. Wonder if we can farm them, perhaps. Alright, let's head down. Wonder what this will be like. The concern I have is I can't breathe underwater, so it's going to be a problem if I have to actually, like, go underwater legitimately. Wait, do I have... No, I can do this. Like, I don't see an oxygen bar, so... This is a little bit terrifying. I'm actually very scared of the ocean. But I appear to be breathing just fine. I don't have a oxygen bar, so if I die down here, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off. I think it's because of the EPP. Which I guess is just kind of a magical cure-all. Alright, well, we'll just continue running along the ocean floor here. It's kind of cool. Honestly, if it wasn't well lit, I would really be horrified right now. This would terrify me. Okay, so it's a different kind of sand here. Okay, what are you? Fish fingers, fish dumplings. Okay, that's cool. Let's just murder everything. What am I hitting? I have no idea what I was hitting there. Can't harvest any of this stuff. Can I kill these? Okay, so the light things die. Alright, well, let's get some coal. I don't know why I want that, but... Sure. Okay, this is interesting. Horrifying, but interesting. Does not go... What is this? Silt. Kind of want to dig it. There's got to be a bottom. I mean, why not do... Oh, hello. This is different. Found a cavern? I think it's just gonna fill. I really hope that it's not like doing calculations for like, okay, well the water would flow like this for the whole freaking thing, for the whole planet, because honestly I don't think it can afford to do that. There's just too much water. I would be surprised if it could keep up from like a, not bandwidth perspective, but you know what I mean, right? Like processing power. Because how is it gonna, like, did filling that cavern reduce the sea level by a certain amount? That's crazy if it did. I hope water's just kind of like infinite on ocean planets. I think that's a much more reasonable solution to this problem. I don't think anyone expects them to have the water level decrease like that. It's kind of crazy. But I also want to know, if it does work that way, I want to see it. I want to know it, because that's crazy. That's, well, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but it's nuts. Kind of pointless to put that much effort into it, I think. Okay, so there's a different quality of light going on over here. I see a cage. Perhaps that means this area is occupied in some way. There's an underwater bench. Lovely. I don't know what's lighting that spot. That's kind of interesting. So the other thing is, I don't actually know if Hilotl are underwater or if they're on the surface. Okay, we got reef pod seed, salt salad or reef juice. Both of those sound kind of gross, if I'm being honest. Pretty soon here we're just going to go up to the surface and see what we find, because maybe the settlements are on the surface. They just like ocean planets. Because axolotls, or whatever you want to call them, I don't know if that's actually what it is. I think it's axolotl or something. They're amphibious, I think. They're not... I mean, obviously they go in the water, because that's what amphibious means, but they're also on land, so it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect that their buildings would be land-based primarily. What's this? This looks like a thing. That's just stuff. So like a chest spawned, but it didn't work underwater, so it just... all the stuff was around it? Okay. Yeah, raw fish, that's cool. Fish is healthy. I need to actually... oh, here we go, here's something. I actually need to eat some fish. I haven't had fish in a while. A Whole Foods opened up nearby, and yeah. I'm not really into Whole Foods. I think they're kind of shitty, to be honest, but... there's a big fish. You friendly? No, you're not. So I'm gonna kick your ass, but not die. Yeah, I am gonna die. Fucking fantastic. That's gonna be such a bitch to get back there, too. Alright, well, let's make the trip. But I haven't had fish in a while. You know, fish is healthy. You want to eat it sometimes. But yeah, I haven't had it in a very long time. Okay, I do not want to be up here. I really do not want to be up here. But yeah, Whole Foods open up nearby, and they've got... I'm dead. Yeah. They have a lot of options for fish. Mainly, they have a lot of options for salmon, including frozen salmon, which might be cheaper. And money's not really an issue for that. I'd be totally fine just paying a bunch for fresh salmon, but you know, it's kind of nice to be able to have it frozen. You don't have to cook it right away. A little bit more flexibility with it, so you might get some of that and make food with it. The problem is, that's something that I used to make when I went to school in Toronto, but what I did was you can actually make really good, or, well, good but unhealthy soup, or not soup, sauce, like pasta sauce, out of Campbell's soup. So what I do is I take like a couple cans of Campbell's mushroom soup, and I put it out in a saucepan, just put the contents, which are thick, they're not, you know, they need liquid, even if you're just making sauce, which is more thick than the soup that they're supposed to be made into. Take a couple cans, empty them out into a saucepan, and then put some milk in it. If you want to go like legit, you go half and half, because the fat content helps thicken up the sauce a little bit in a way that's not chunky like the Campbell's on its own would be. And then you can add some other stuff to thicken it up if you want to, but it ultimately generally comes down to fat. There's some stuff, I forget what it's called, but there's like a powder you can add that'll do it that doesn't necessarily involve fat, I don't think, but milk and butter can be delicious in this kind of a context anyway. So I just went with half and half, even though I'm actually allergic to milk. That's a story for another time, though. Yeah, you throw that in there, so now you got like somewhere between a half cup and a cup of milk, whether you want 2%, 1%, whole, half and half, whatever you do. Doesn't really matter. And then you just basically melt as much cheese as you want in there. Parmesan, of course, is what I went with, because I was going for an Alfredo sauce, but you can kind of do whatever. Whatever cheese you like the taste of that fits in a white sauce, you just throw it in there. And that, as you can probably imagine, is pretty profoundly unhealthy. Fuck off, fish. So the problem was that I was having salmon, which is good for me. And the salmon was actually not that expensive in Toronto. It was a good deal. Because, please die. I believe the reason for that is the fishery that it came from, which is off the coast of Vancouver, mainly. It's over in British Columbia. Or not off the coast, but it's like a river that hits the ocean north of Vancouver, I think. But it's really well managed, and as a result they get a lot of fish. So salmon wound up being cheaper because sustainability work was done in that fishery to make sure that they didn't kill off all the salmon, and as a result they have much larger runs, and they can afford to harvest much more fish without hurting the population because they've allowed it to grow. That's my understanding. I could be mistaken about that. It's a little bit misunderstood how... Well, not misunderstood. Let me phrase that a little bit better. There's things we don't understand yet about how salmon runs work, really. Oh, this is nice. I missed this the first time. Good shit. So there's things we don't know. For sure. Good, you're dead. But it seems to be working. I mean, we're seeing results from the way I see it, with the way I understand it, so something's happening the way that it should be happening, whether we know why or not. So yeah, things are going well. So it's a good situation. But anyway, the result is that you can get cheaper salmon up there, I think. I don't know if that's still true, and also I was talking about frozen salmon, which is obviously going to be cheaper just because it's frozen, it's not fresh, but it was good. It was quite good. It's pretty decent quality. It always tasted good. It was, you know, it's salmon. Salmon's delicious. And, yeah, so I put that... Ooh, titanium. Fantastic. So I put that together with the Alfredo sauce made with the Campbell soup. And then I had egg noodles, because I don't really like fettuccine that much, which is unfortunate because Karen loves it. And as a result, I have to always eat fettuccine because that's what she likes. Which is a sacrifice that I make for our benefit, I guess. I hope she watches this and feels guilty. And I know she will feel guilty too, because that's the kind of person she is. Fuck that. I don't want to fight that jerk. But yeah, she would absolutely feel guilty. Please watch this, and I'm sure she'll tell me about it if she does watch this, so that'll be fun. Ooh, a diamond! Nice. Empty cordial bottle. Okay. I don't know why I'm taking an empty one, but I am. Fettuccine's still good. It's just not my preferred option. What is this? That's like a music box? Well, I am absolutely taking that with me. Decorated music box. Okay, you're gonna research what its origins are. That's actually cool, I like that. So, Hilotl are obviously meant to be Asian in origin here. Fuck off. I don't know if it's still alive, so I'm using my quick heal options. That seemed to work out in my benefit. But yeah, so that, you know, that was something I had a lot in Toronto. So, point being, like, I don't want to make that here because I'm already not really happy with my weight. I'm not fat, really. I'm just heavier than I'd like to be. Like 6 foot tall, 220 pounds, roughly. And there's also other health issues that lead to, that have led to significantly higher weight, which is a concern. It's a very serious concern, because there's not really a whole hell of a lot that I can do to deal with it. It's just kind of, this is something I have to live with now. Which sucks, but, you know, shit happens and, okay, fuck off. Okay, good, it died. I think I could have taken one more hit, but you don't really want to play with that. Much rather be safe. Okay. But yeah, so I can't really do anything about that. It's just sort of a permanent thing that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life, and one of the impacts is that it may lead to weight gain, depending on whether or not something else is good. It's kind of hard to explain it. I don't really want to get into details because it's a little bit personal, but not that it's gross or anything, it's nothing like that. But the bottom line is it does impact my life, and it may, depending on a number of factors, it may lead to weight gain. And I don't really want to... It also, that what I'm describing also is a little bit of a wake-up call in my life, so I'm kind of more interested in health and all that. So 2 cans of Campbell's soup plus a cup of half and half being turned into pasta sauce is like not something that I want to be doing consistently at this point in my life, if you understand my meaning. It's just, it's too fatty. I can't keep doing that to myself or I'm gonna die by the time I hit 50. I really don't want to. It's delicious though. Very delicious. Teleporter core. Sweet. No idea what I need. I think I already got one of those before, but I don't know what I can use it for. Can I do this? I want to get down there. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to dig. That's fine. Yeah, digging is quick. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, great. I couldn't even see what the hell was going on and I died. Alright. Well, I'm actually going to end this episode there because by the time we get back to our corpse, we're going to be like 5 minutes beyond the normal time here. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Sorry I died so many times, but hopefully less of that in the future as we upgrade our gear to match the new level of difficulty that we're encountering. So, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.